And we're starting with news that is just coming in. The Indian Foreign Secretary S Jaishankar has called in Pakistan's High Commissioner to India, which is Abdul Basit, and has presented him with proof of how the Uri attackers came from across the border. MEA spokesperson Vikas Swarup has said that Basit has been informed that two guys who had helped with the infiltration were apprehended by local villagers and are now in custody. Abdul Basit has been given details of these guides who facilitated the crossing over of the Uri attackers into India. According to the MEA spokesperson, the preliminary interrogation of these guides has revealed the identity of one of the slain Uri attackers as Hafiz Ahmad, who is the son of a Feroz, resident of Darbhang in Muzaffarabad. Remember, this comes on a day when Pakistan's Defence Minister Khwaja Asif has said quite convinced that Uri is a false flag, that the Uri attack is a false flag. This incidentally is a conspiracy theory that has been propounded by Pakistan for quite long, that these attacks are engineered by India itself to try and take attention away from what Pakistan calls are the human rights violations in Kashmir at the hands of the army. But now its High Commissioner Abdul Basit has been called by the Foreign Secretary, the Indian Foreign Secretary, and given proof of how Pakistan indeed is the point of origin of the Uri terror attack. We've got Maha Siddiqui now joining us on that story. Any reaction yet from Pakistan, or is this again going to be evidence that will be dismissed by our neighbor country? Maha.
Well, let me put this in context, Padmaja, because remember at UNGA, Pakistan very audaciously, in fact, insinuated that it was India that had staged the Uri attack and had said that India is trying to do this to divert attention from the alleged atrocities in Jammu and Kashmir. It is after this that the Foreign Secretary summoned Abdul Basit, the High Commissioner of Pakistan, and has now given concrete evidence of handlers who had facilitated this attack in Uri. So clearly annihilating Pakistan's insinuations as well as allegations that a dastardly attack of this nature, where India lost 18 of its soldiers, was staged by the country.
In fact, Maha, in addition to the identity of these guides who helped these terrorists cross over into India, there were a number of pieces of equipment that were also recovered from the slain terrorists, which had some GPS coordinates. Any additional evidence from there that has been given to Mr. Basit?
Well, at the moment, the details that are emerging, Padmaja, are that the details, as you mentioned, of the handlers has been handed over to Abdul Basit. The preliminary interrogation has revealed the identity of one of the slain Uri attackers, Hafiz Ahmad, son of Feroz, resident of Darbhang, Muzaffarabad, has been handed over. Apart from the fact that two of the details of two of the guides has also been handed over to Abdul Basit. Apart from that, India has already pointed out, and this has also been pointed out at the United Nations Human Rights Council this morning by the Indian envoy, that the GPS, the coordinates, the equipment had, the grenades had markings of Pakistan. The manner in which the attack was conducted also have a clear marking of how Pakistan has, been handling terrorists and has been allowing them launch pads to move inside India. All these have the markings of Pakistan, and it is a clear evidence in itself that these attacks were facilitated by the Pakistan Army and the ISI.
All right, for now, Maha Siddiqui, thank you very much for joining us on that story. Whether Pakistan will really act on the kind of evidence that has been handed over, going by past precedents, seems unlikely.